everybody, I'm here with a Janome Hello Kitty. The model number is 11706. The young lady that told her mother it wasn't working right, I went inside and found out the bottom wasn't feeding correctly. All I could find was a piece of thread and a needle that has a little bit of a spur on it. So I went ahead and I changed it to a newer needle. And the tension has a little bit of an issue side, and this knob doesn't always want to work for me. So I don't know what's going on with this part, but you know, sometimes they do wear out. Oops, darn it. Anyway, you take your spool thread and you take it from this side, come up here, you put it through here, then here, and then before you put it through your tension, make sure your foot is up in the highest position to open the chamber so that thread can be received in there. Okay. And then you proceed and follow the arrows. I don't know if you guys see the arrows going up into this way to go to the uptake. Make sure it's locked into the uptake. Okay. If it's not in the uptake, it won't sew. Okay. Anyway, then it goes down and then it goes into here and then in the needle. And then when you're ready to sew, you can. This is a bottom feed. I would slide this out, but I had it so many times out and in. I'm not, it's a bottom feed. Just take my word. It's a bottom feed. It had some issues down there and I sat and reset it. All right. So now we're going to hear how this sounds. We have it set up for C, the basting stitch. Okay. C is basting, is for the bigger stitch, then regular sewing, and then fine sewing. Okay. Here we go. And this is your reverse, because everybody's going to ask me that. So reverse, then you go forward again. Down. Okay, and then we got to turn it around. We're going to take a look. All right, stitching right there. Flipping it over, and it's stitching right there. Oh, is it stitching right there? I can't really see it. Yeah, it is. White. Oh, man, I have white on the bottom. That's why I can't see it real well. Okay, let's go ahead and put it up. I always put the needle in the highest position when I turn this knob, okay? So it's going to reset itself. So let's go ahead and do the B so we can see what it really looks like. So I had it on base. Now we'll have it on basic sewing. Okay, I got it on basic sewing. Yeah, see how it's doing. Yeah, make sure when you are working on a project, all your threads are pulled and cut out so they don't get sucked down in there. Okay. But she said she couldn't get it to sew or react right, so I sat and worked with it. So now whenever you want to, I have to cut those tails. Don't leave your tails on there like that too long, okay? All right, when you're going to get ready to move this, okay, so I don't know, some machines, they do move. You don't want to break your noodle. And I'm going to move this to an E. Let's see if I can get it over to an E. There we go. E is for the, let's see, E is over here. It's for the wider zigzag, okay? Now, before you even start, when you do a zigzag, you want to make your tension a little bit more. Oops, yeah, it's still down. You want to make the tension about an 8 or a 9, or I'll go between it, 8 and 9, because that makes both sides to work correctly. All right, so we got this stitching. All right, I know this little girl's coming to get this pretty soon, or at their mother, and I don't even have it ready because I had so many customers stopping in, picking up sewing machine parts, material, all kinds of stuff. So let me get this down this way. Down. Okay, well, it's not going to stay down. And it's still stitching with a drop stitch, so let's go ahead and move this to 9, okay? Because sometimes machines get unsprung, and I don't know how to really figure out how to respring the spring in this thing. I know the old ones, I can reset them, but these newer fangled ones are a little bit tougher. So we just need to do some basic stitching here. And sometimes when the spring inside here will get unsprung, you might have to get a new spring put in here. And I know these ones are still made. Let's see, now we've got that one zigzagging. Yeah, it's still having a little bit of an issue. But that means the spring needs to be tightened. And I might have to keep resetting it until the tension spring gets a little bit more stronger. Because if this tension spring's a little off, it will cause that issue. Okay, then we're going to put the needle back up. Okay. And we're going to move this back to, make it to 5. And then we're going to go over here to, let's see, go back to B. Now, sometimes it still zigzags. See, that's why I'm saying the knob is messed up, because it shouldn't be zigzagging when it's supposed to be B, okay? take a few minutes. Maybe it'll straighten itself out. No, it's not going to straighten itself out. It was straightening out a minute ago. Now it's not. See, something's wrong with this knob, and it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't do that at all. Let's see if I can get a reset. There it goes. Now it's resetting. Now it's A and then B. So there's something happened to that knob. Maybe it got dropped or something. That knob could be something's wrong with it, or it could be broken in there. All right, let me look at this now. Okay, I don't get it too close to that strings. I don't want to get it sucked down in there. Oh boy, where are the strings? Are they still on the side? Okay. All right, so when that happens, when that starts happening, that means you need something that, I don't even know if they even make these anymore, because these knobs are not made no more. And if the knob is broken inside there, then you might have to get a new sewing machine, because I know these are not made no more. If the knob gets broken, you can't get a new knob, and if something's wrong with it inside here, that will actually make a bad, that's bad. I mean, I hate when machines start to go downhill like that and everything. But for a first sewing machine for the little girl, yeah, these are the best sewing machines, but they can get messed up. So let's see how it's working now. Let's drop this down. It's still stitching right. It's still stitching right on the here, but I don't know. See, the tension has a lot to do with it. I still think it's a tension spring. And I know they still make those, and I would have to look into them. But this knob here, there's something wrong with the knob. I hate when that happens. And there's nothing you can do. When it goes, machine, you can use it for straight stitch, but you're going to have problems with the zigzag. And that's what was starting to happen. So anyway, but this is a good machine. It's just a bad thing is when they start going downhill, they are going downhill, and this one's starting to go there. And I hate when that happens. I'm really sorry. I wish and prayed machines could last forever, but they don't. They don't last forever. And so only thing I could think of is the knob. Maybe somebody's removed it. I don't know. I don't think you can remove it. I think you have to take the whole thing apart to remove it. But this little knobby thing is messing up, and the tension is not working really right, because I think the spring in it's been sprung. So you know, you can reset this and reset this. And when you do reset it, you would have to go needle in the highest position, this down, and you make it go to 9, and then you run 5 stitches. Then you bring it all the way down to 0, and you run it 9 stitches or 5 stitches, and then you put it back to like 4 or 5, and then you run it again until it starts clicking in. And when it starts clicking in, the spring will tighten up, and then that will cause this thing to sew better. But with this knob here acting up the way it's been acting up lately, I don't know what to tell you. This thing here, you cannot replace that whole thing. That's just not going to happen. I mean, I'm sorry, they don't make those parts. If the sewing machine's still under warranty, I think they're only 10-year warranty for a Janome, you can actually go through the company, and they will probably can fix this issue. This here can be replaced, so it's no big deal. That just unscrews, and then you go in and you put a new spring in, and you pop it in, and you re-screw it back on. That's no big deal. But with this thing having this kind of issue, it would definitely need to be an overhaul done on it. And maybe Janome can help it, or they give you another ticket, and they'll keep it and give you another one for free. But I don't know if you can get a Hello Kitty one. I mean, you would have to ask them, or they can find one for you. I don't know. Anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, and where did you get it? I'd like to hear from you. I have lots of Janome and Kenmore, and Janome, Kenmore, and Brother are all owned by Janome, and so they all look the same. Everything about them are the same. Anyway, but you know, unless you know how to fix something like this, but I don't know how to fix that. I mean, they made these before. I mean, I was working on sewing machines when I was younger, on all metal sewing machines. I didn't work in the plastic ones until about 1970s, when the plastic sewing machine came out. But when I was, that was when I was younger, and I'm so much older. When I run into these things, it's like, wow, you can learn a lot of things about different parts of the machine. Like this part, you can still replace. I can still replace this little thing here. I can replace the spring. I can even replace this, but I can't replace this, because they don't make it. And unless you go through the Janome company and they might have one, or they could take the outer shell off of this one and put it on another one. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys get something out of these machines. You know how to, adjust it, how to thread it and all that. But have a blessed day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.